And a huge hello to you, it's Tuesday. I'm Mike and we're getting going in 3 minutes and 31 seconds with the live show. If of course you're watching the replay, do feel free to skip ahead and get straight into creating Super Mario Brothers sound effects. Very, very excited. So thank you very much for tuning in if you're there live. It's always good to see the live folks in the live chat. And yes, I am here. David Silk. Anthony Hall's in as well. Rovigo55, Amma. The Crazy Gamer is here. Nightbot looking after things as well. Pete, good to see you. Joe Sami is stuck in traffic. Oh no! Oh no! I hope it moves along for you. So it's going to be an exciting one, this one. We're going to have a bit of fun today. Yes, all say it together. Yeah. And prepare yourself for the show. If you want to call when I go live, by the way, the line's open in 2.5 minutes. That is, providing you're calling between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. UK time. Then it's 415-800-1055, okay? If you're outside the United States, that's +1 415-800-1055, opening the lines shortly. Is your real name Mike or Michael? Yes, I was born a Michael. I was christened a Michael. Tim, I'm here too. Nice to see you. We're getting going very soon indeed. Yes, I hope I have a better connection too. I really do. I'll tell you all about that when we go live. Yes. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm on the edge of my seat. How do you get rid of lag in OBS? I have about half a second lag. Ooh. That's possibly something I can answer for you when we go live, Anthony. It's actually a really good question. There is a very sweet setting in OBS Studio that will allow you to sort out time sync issues when you're live streaming. So stick around, it's all coming up, and we're focusing in on those Super Mario Brothers effects as well, which would be nice. Okay, stand by. Here we go. Just over 1 minute, and we're live!
Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Testing phaser. All frequency sweep. Stand by
for Music Radio Creative Live with Mike Russell.
MRC Live. Music Radio Creative Live
with Mike Russell.
Starting in 30 seconds.
Oh yes, I feel like I've got a one-up already. We're going to be doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's right. Mario sound effects coming up on the show today. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, yeah. Oh, I just completed a level. Way, fantastic. Got the flagpole, rescued the princess. That kind of stuff. It's nice of you to join in, by the way. Thank you for tuning in live. It's very nice to have you here. And we will, of course, be covering all manner of things. Mario and Super Mario Brothers. Let's go. That kind of stuff. So it's all going to be very exciting. I really hope that you're going to enjoy it and have fun and stick with me. And I hope, and I'll say this, I really hope that I am going to stick with you. Now, I know that might sound really, really strange to say that, but yesterday, yeah, it happened. The internet dropped 37 minutes into the show. So if you didn't watch yesterday, if you're brand new to the show, welcome along. This is the show for audio producers, for voiceover artists, for podcasters, for DJs, for radio hosts and programmers, for anyone who's into creative audio. But over the bank holiday weekend, something went nuts with the internet connection. It's been dropping every 60 minutes or less, so there's any chance it could happen today. But I wanted to say thank you. Thank you to you if you were there yesterday. You were so good in the chat. So many of the regulars hopped in when the internet just dropped and obviously the live stream stopped. A lot of people were explaining to people who didn't know what was going on. Yeah, Mike said his internet connection's a bit dodgy. I can give you an update on that now. Fantastic news. Stability should improve from tomorrow because a BT OpenReach engineer is coming to our studios on the Isle of Wight tomorrow morning sometime. That's when the appointment is booked for. And they'll look into the issue, and I fingers crossed it will all be fixed. But I did mention on the show yesterday that I'm looking into a 4G failover backup should the landline fiber connection go down again. I'd like to have we have the privilege of a 4G tower nearby, so I would like to look into something like that. And I did actually manage to find something. It's fantastic. It's on Amazon.com or Amazon.co.uk as well, I believe. And this might be of interest to you if you're considering live streaming and you want to be rock solid with your streams. It's the Netgear 4G LTE modem. It's got 2 gigabit Ethernet ports. It's the LB2120, that's the model. And if you actually have a look at the back of it, what's really cool about it is it's got 2 connectors there. You see, it's got a WAN, that's your internet signal coming in, and then LAN, which is obviously going out to your network. And the idea of this box is you put a SIM in, any SIM card will do as long as it has mobile data, and the moment your internet connection, your wired connection drops, apparently the SIM card takes over. Looks like just what I need. So I'd really like to get this for the show, and if you'd like to in any way help support these streams, then mrc.fm/donate is the place to go. I've put it on my wish list. Any contribution would be greatly appreciated, and you can know that you will be directly contributing to the stability of this stream. Like I say, hopefully these kind of jump outs won't happen again. But yeah, I definitely want to get covered with 4G so the stream can continue and the show can continue no matter what. Okay, let's get started with Super Mario. I do want to take a look at what's been going on in our community board. I also want to take a look at your comments, and I'll do that every 15 minutes during the show. But right now, I really, really want to get stuck in, and I was just practicing jamming away on my keyboard here a bit. Oh, crikey, sorry for knocking the microphone. I was practicing a bit of this. Oh, something like that. Anyway, it was like... That's it, and then... Nearly. There you go. Oh, wow. Amazing. Anthony Hall, you are super kind. Thank you for the generous donation of $10 to the show. That is going to really support getting 4G support for the show and making sure we can never go off the air. And believe me, when I get this 4G implemented, I am actually going to be attaching a 4G aerial to the side of our studio, and I'm going to point it to the cell tower so we get really super good connectivity. So I'm hoping like bing straight over to 4G should anything like that happen. So Anthony, greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was just jamming away there in Logic actually with the 8-bit bass preset there. I found that earlier. There are all kinds of cool synths, actually. What did I have here on Instrument 2? Oh, I had an ES2 synth. We're going to hop over to Adobe Audition as well. ES2's pretty good as well. Oh, I messed around with that, though, didn't I? Let's just turn that down. Intensity down a bit. That's nice. One day I'll play that theme tune right. Yes, give me a round of applause when I manage to play the Mario theme tune correctly on my keyboard. But yeah, one thing I noticed about the Mario effects, you think they all sound really cool and really snappy and snazzy and complex. Most of them are just simple musical notes, like for instance the pause. You recognize that when you pause your Nintendo, and of course you can do it in a more... Let's have a look here. Oh, wow, Girisha. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I always appreciate subscribes. By the way, I'm aiming for 100,000 subscribers now. And when that happens, there's going to be a party in London and you'll all be invited. So all 100,000 of you. I can't wait. A vintage piano, or Steinway, sorry, grand piano. Or maybe let's go for the Yamaha. Let's try that. Oh, loading, 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 loading lots of stuff here. And wow, Scott Davis, absolutely amazing. Crikey, you guys never fail to amaze me. This is really, really appreciated. There you go. Scott Davis donated $10 through the super chat. You guys are really, really helping, and thank you for helping the show. Really appreciate that. We got Scott there. We've got Anthony Hall as well, and thanks to David as well for posting the link over there to mrc.fm/donate. That allows you, by the way, to donate if you don't have the option to use super chat inside the YouTube chat, because I know some of you are watching elsewhere. mrc.fm/donate is also a fantastic place to hop over to, especially if your country isn't supported for donations. Something I found really interesting with the Mario sound effects. Oh yeah, we've got the. I was looking towards the 1-up sound effect, which is kind of a little more complex. Something like. Let's just get the notes there, and then there. Okay, so it's something like. Yeah. Let's try again. Yeah, so that's the 1-up, isn't it? Ready? Anyway, what I wanted to show you with these notes, oh yes, the coin grab. The coin grab is quite nice because it's kind of the most simple one to play with. That's B and E, B4, E5. When Mario runs along and grabs all of those coins. Yeah, I wanted to go over to Adobe Audition and show you like really how simple and basic these sounds are to work with, because you can go here and you can use the tone generator. And something fun that you may or may not know. I was just reading up on this before I went live, and this is fascinating. So every note and every sound that comes out of a synth is essentially some kind of wave, so a sine wave, a sawtooth wave, a square wave, whatever. And all of the notes, they vibrate at different frequencies, don't they? Different hertz, if you like. And I found a wonderful Wikipedia article. You might want to actually grab this. In fact, I'll paste the link directly into the live chat here so you can have a look at it. It's piano key frequencies, and if you want to generate music, because everybody says, oh, Adobe Audition, it's not a musical audio editor. Well, yeah, of course it's not really created for that, and it doesn't really have the facility to use stuff like MIDI, but it does have a really decent tone generator in it, and you can do cool stuff like generate tones that are notes. So look here, we've got B4 and E5, which is the coin pickup. There we go, the doo-doo, as Mario grabs a coin as he's running along. And if I grab, these are all the frequencies here. See, frequency in hertz. You've got all kinds of stuff that go way over my head, like the Helmholtz name and the scientific name of the note. And of course, the key number on the piano or keyboard. So as you can see, B4 is at 493.883 hertz. So if I was to go into Adobe Audition and say, generate me a tone, and yeah, we'll call it coin pickup, like that. And we'll put in that, what was it, the 493.883, and click OK. Okay, and this will just be a vanilla tone at the moment. See, that's just a tone. I'm just whacking it in and out at the moment. But then I can just go and grab that, delete all that, and then generate another tone right next door to the original one. And so now that I've got B4, I'm also going for E5. And you could go ahead and you could make music this way if you really wanted to, just pasting in the frequencies of the keys, or enabling frequency components to use to make chords and things like that. It really is fascinating what you can do. So this is going to be similar to a coin pickup. Let's have a listen. And then if I play it back in full. Oh, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yep, okay, that is definitely the Mario coin pickup. And if I then pop that into a multi-track session, let's call this Mario, and bring the coin pickup over here. Let's pop it onto the music track for the moment, and we can do something fun with it. So just got to speed it up a bit. Let's just make it really nice. Too much there. Let's try again from the start. And then delete a little bit at the end, like this, and we've got fade out at the end. And then we can do like super fun stuff, like we can EQ it and reverb it a little bit. So let's play maybe with some EQ to make that sound super nice. Let's go to default here and see what we can do with that. Oh, Tim Redman donated $2.50. Amazing stuff. And I can see there's a little, not much, but appreciate you. I think that's it. It was very tiny writing for me to read, but that's because of my screen, not because of you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. Amazing stuff. Amazing. And I think Tim actually did that through the donate page at mrc.fm/donate. So thank you, Tim. And what a wonderful sound. And a new subscriber to the channel, which is wonderful too. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let's have a look at this. So we're just kind of... And you can see, actually, these frequencies here are peaking up in the real-time EQ display, which is wonderful. So if I hover over here, it's really enhancing them. I can really sort of enhance that sound there and kind of pull off anything else with a bit of bass roll and high roll off here. Let's try that. Really isolate this. And then we'll go in and we'll pop on some reverb. What have we got here? Reverb, studio reverb. Let's... Oh, wow, that's a lot of wet and not much dry. Really cool stuff. And I mean, we can go nuts and we can dial in so many different effects here to make this into... wow, I mean, that's totally different with a bit of chorus on there. So you can see how you can take simple Mario sounds, and Jesse, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. You can make them into your own sounds. So if you're a video game creator, then why not just, like, you know, have a play with some of these wonderful sounds, like oh no, that's my favorite Mario sound, and then play them in or generate the tones in Adobe Audition like I'm doing, and have a play. So there you go. This is really, really cool, and I can obviously play about with some of this. Wow. And then it's back. There it is. It's kind of, because I'm modulating it a bit now with the chorus, it's sounding rather funny. Let's turn that. Bring the dry up. There's so much you can do with this. Absolutely amazing stuff. Yeah, I could literally sit here all day fiddling with the effects in Adobe Audition. What else? I mean, let's just try a bit of distortion on here. I'm just kind of jamming away at the moment, seeing what's possible. Wow. Yes! Nice. Mustafa Yassin just subscribed. Thank you. So that's a kind of decayed, warped Mario coin pickup. But you get the idea of kind of what's possible with tones. In a moment, I will try and do a more complex Mario sound inside Adobe Audition. I'm going to try and stick inside Audition for as long as I possibly can, and then I will hop over and maybe do some more stuff over in Logic. But yeah, who are you and where are you watching this show from? Now is the time to let me know. It's exactly 15 minutes into the show, and I love to shout you out, whoever you are and wherever you're watching. I find it particularly interesting to know where in the world you're watching from. So if you could type that into the live chat wherever you're watching, whether that be YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or Mixer or anywhere else, VK in Russia. We stream to a multitude of different locations thanks to the wonderful tech from Restream, which you can sign up to for free at mrc.fm/restream. Really is fantastic. So we've got Reese Edwards saying, love Super Mario, Mike. William Decker's in, g'day to you. Cedar's back, hola to you. Heine says, hi there, Mike Russell. This is all over on Facebook. Finally caught you live. Hey, really, really cool to see you there. What else have we got? Let's go into some questions and answers. Maybe that might be a good idea. And first and foremost, we do have. Let's have a look at this. We just got Antonio saying hi from Puerto Rico. So that's really cool indeed. Davil there also saying nice background effect. Yeah, I thought the digital clouds and skies were really appropriate for the Mario theme today. That's interesting as well. Rakesh wants to see the setup I have for going live. Rakesh, if you go back in time to last Thursday, so if you go to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/musicradiocreative and look for a few streams ago, I did a full live video studio tour, and Rakesh, I think you may well find that particularly interesting and worth checking it out. Original Fake is making me laugh today. Best ever reality show on earth. Thank you. Really kind. If you want to call the show, by the way, it's 415-800-1055. I'd love to hear from you. If that's something you want to do, you can call in, just add +1 if you're outside the United States. And by the way, for those of you that have called before, I have realized I did not have my mix minus set up quite well. So I'm very excited that I did set it up correctly now. Yeah! Meaning, thank you, Raphael, for subscribing, that if you call the show, you won't get yourself feeding back on yourself. It's important to set up a mix minus. And actually, this is worth pointing out now because I think he has a great channel. If you go to youtube.com and check out my friend Ray Ortega. Ray Ortega is a fantastic podcaster. Actually, there's Ray with his channel. Ray Ortega, yeah, DSLR video and podcasting, but he has an excellent, I noticed it popped up there in the results, an excellent video, how to set up a mix minus. Now, if you have your own mixing desk, right, you will want to make sure that you're not sending the audio out. Let me just pop over to the screen share for a second so you can have a look at Ray's video. Here's Ray, and he goes through basically how you set up a mixing desk, where you plug things into to get your mix minus working correctly. Mix minus is so that the person calling you doesn't hear them feeding back on themselves. So Ray Ortega, go check him out on YouTube, and I'll drop the link to that video directly, just because I think Ray is an excellent content producer, and yeah, that video is awesome. Easy Media, wow, thank you so much for the donation of $2 New Zealand to the show. Amazing stuff, amazing. Thank you so much, really helping to support the show today, guys. Really do appreciate that very much. Casino Duckling has posted a lovely blue heart for me over on Twitch, which I think is really nice. William says, I watch every day. Great show. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. What else have we got? Wonderful photo from William as well. I love it. Always trying to make me laugh on the show, which is fantastic. What else have we got here? We've got Rovigo55. We've got David Silkin. What else have we got? Any other questions worth answering at the moment on the show? Are you new to the show? Then type new with NEW all in caps. That would be absolutely fantastic. We have got this one from Marielle Edda. Maggie, I think I said that correctly. Hi and ciao from Italy. Every Day with Mike is always an amazing show. You're very kind, and thank you so much for tuning in and saying that in the live chat today. Oh, I can also see that Bojan's in. Nice to see you, Bojan. They're from Croatia, watching the show, which is fantastic. And anything else worth mentioning at the moment? Mr. Mega Radio UK is there as well. We've got Mohammed in Egypt. Music Man is back. Nice to see you. Interesting kind of off topic. Davil wants to know what the weather's like outside. Still very hot. Tipping on 25 degrees Celsius here in the UK. We still have that wonderful weather sticking with us after a long bank holiday weekend, which is nice. I do like this one from Advocatian 357. Taking a break from setting up dynamic constraint networks to watch a guy making beep beep sounds. Indeed. Isn't it wonderful the way you can spend your time? And I really do appreciate you being here. Finally, just to wrap up this section, I see that Paul Anthony is new. So, Paul, you get featured there in the lower third for being new. That is awesome. By the way, if you're new or if I missed your comment, I really do apologize. I try to glance at them as often as I can, but sometimes I just simply cannot get to everything all at the same time. So, yeah, just appreciate you commenting, really, and getting there. I think that later on we will we'll hop back and look at community.musicradiocreative.com, but not now, as I really would love to move on with the show. But if you haven't joined up, community.musicradiocreative.com is the place to go, and yeah, we'll look into some of the new posts on there. So yeah, as that rather wonderful comment mentioned, I am making beep beep sounds indeed, but we could go for another sound. Let's open up the tone generator here, and you're not obviously constrained here when you're creating tones to the vanilla sine wave, which is what we all love to use. So maybe I'm going to make a one up now. Just need to grab the notes for that, which is let's have a look here. Piano key frequencies, and we're starting at E4, so that's that frequency there in hertz. So we can have this one here, which is fine, but then we can turn it into a triangle. That's a kind of triangular tone there, and we can make it a sawtooth, which is kind of very harsh and aggressive, or a square, like that, and of course changing the shape of the square, which is nice. Let's go for sawtooth. I'm feeling sawtooth today. I will be feeling, this is a bit of a pun, I will be feeling sawtooth in about a week, just over a week, when I have 2 wisdom teeth removed. Oh dear. Right, we've got E4, and then we need G4. I'm going to edit the durations in a second, but let's just get this all popped in now, so we can create something that sounds good, and we can have a mess about with it as well. Actually, do you know what would be better? Let's just see here. What do I want? I want about, yeah, let's go in here and generate the tones, and instead of cutting them down to size, I am going to make the duration for each of them, let's make it 0.2 of a second. So we've got that, and then the next bit will be generate tones, and this is the G note, and again that's 0.2. So then we've got this. Can you hear it forming there? And this is all using tones in Adobe Audition. Then we're going up to E5 over here. So let's, oh crikey, let's go to the end of this bit here, and again, effects, generate tones, and we're looking for an E5 frequency. Wouldn't it be really great if I'd memorized all of these frequencies and I knew them off by heart? Wouldn't that be really impressive? So then we got, and then, yeah, we're getting there. And then we need a C5. So let's put in the C5 note here. Looking for C5. There you go. Pop in that frequency. And just for those of you who may have joined in and wonder what I'm doing, I'm using the tone generator in Adobe Audition to make musical notes. And the way I'm doing this is I've gone to a Wikipedia article called Piano Key Frequencies, and I'm just simply inputting the frequencies of the notes that I want to play into the tone generator of Adobe Audition. So now we got, yeah, that's, what did I do there? C5, yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 notes there. Now we need a D5 and a G5 again. So D5, I really should multitask my windows better, shouldn't I? So I don't have to keep hopping back and forth. D5 at the end. Here we go. Effects, generate tones, and there we go. There, that's perfect. And then finally a G5. Let's generate that tone there and find the G5 frequency, which is up there. And then we're going to get a Mario one-up sound. Let's have a listen to this. Nice. Okay. And then, of course, yeah, pop it in the multi-track. We'll pop it onto another track maybe. Let's just name this one-up, so I remember what it is, one-up. And we'll save that into my downloads folder there. And this is where we can again play with it. So Also, maybe some reverb. Let's try something different, like we could go for the general reverb, a bit more CPU intensive. It's nice, quite tight though. Let's turn the decay time up. Takes a bit longer, which is really cool, isn't it? So there you go. That was generated all using, and I might give a soft fade in and a soft fade out there so we don't get any clicking. And if I wanted to, I could go in and say, okay, give me some flanger. Or yeah, we could do flanger or phaser. I'm not sure what mood I'm in right now. Let's try something. Or maybe synthetic yo-yo. I'm just going to pop that above the reverb, actually. Whoa, that's a weird one, isn't it? Teleport. Let's try this. Whoa. Okay. Interesting stuff. It's a fine line between ruining your sound effect and making a new sound effect. Yeah. That's definitely off. Someone's been playing Mario far too long. Aural is quite nice because Aural just simply does a sweep side to side. I also quite like the phaser, to use those on your tones. Again, Z Leplin is one of my favorites. That sounds quite sweet, doesn't it? Let's try again. So there you go. All kinds of different stuff. Let's try phase 80 as well. Really, really cool stuff. And, you know, I can go in and add a final bit of mastering on to fatten it up a bit. Again, in the special menu, mastering, and we can bring out different frequencies. In fact, what I'm going to do is, because it'll take ages to keep rendering these out, I'm just going to mix down what I've created there so far in Audition. And when it comes... Actually, I'm going to take some stuff off the coin pickup. Let's keep it a little more generic sounding. Mix that down, and we will see what we got here. Right, okay. By the way, Isabella, there's someone at the door! I honestly can't answer it at the moment because I'm on. Hang on a second. I think I might need to answer it because Isabella's not answering the door. Hang on. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, just in case you're wondering, that was Royal Mail. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, it is a live show, folks. It's a live show. Right, where was I? My goodness me. What kind of luck am I having recently? The internet dropping yesterday and Royal Mail at the door during a live stream. Right. Someone remind me in the chat what I was doing. I've just totally lost it. This will go down in history as one of those moments. It could have been worse. It could have been a door-to-door salesman, right? Trying to sell me window polish. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. No. But really, this is super duper window polish. Let me just show you on this window. No, really, I'm okay. But hang on. I'm glad. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that it was Royal Mail because they just had a package. They just put it there, and I could get back into the stream. Oh man. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Cool. I don't know what I was doing, so I'm just going to go and take some of your questions now. If you want to call the show today, it's a bit of a weird one, to be honest with you. Don't take this one as the standard or the bar for how shows should be. I'm just going to press the pause button. There we go. Okay, pause the game for a second. Then, yeah, go back and watch some of the archives, or just, yeah, definitely enjoy it. Right. Let's take a look at some of your comments that have been flying in. We have Henry Hahn, who says, "Oh wow, a live blunder." Yes, Indeed, this is real life. Ravigo 55, no thieves this time. No, absolutely not. Cool Live Mike says Paul Anthony. Paul, you're so sweet. You're making this live stream what it is. Because you're new as well, so you think this is what it's like all the time. I mean, talk to the others. No, don't worry, Isabella. You are not in trouble. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Thank you for the welcome back, Bojan, by the way. Really appreciate that. Better late than never, says Amma there. Thank you very much, Amma. Mr. Mega Radio UK, I think referring to a jingle package we recently created at Music Radio Creative, saying, listen to my brand new audio and love it. Well, that is always fantastic to hear. That's Liam from Mega Radio UK. This is the best one yet, simply for the door. Yeah, says Christopher there. We stream in the middle of the day here in the UK, so really anything can happen. Isabella is in the chat, by the way, moderating and chatting there amongst yourselves. Again, thank you to Joe, one of the fantastic moderators in the live chat, who kind of keeps you up to date with what's going on. What else have we got here? Yeah, I think that's it for now. Apart from to say hello to Andre. Wow, Andre Van Zark. It says, hi, I'm a drummer / music producer, and I'm watching from Puerto Rico, which is fantastic. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Ravigo also says, my dentist tried to convince me to pull out mine, tilted against the next teeth. Still in place, though. Renato 1, dentist 0. I don't know. Talking about wisdom teeth, yes, I'm taking time off next week, actually. So Wednesday next week will be my last show for a little bit. I'll be away for about a week and a half. That's for two reasons. I'm traveling away to my brother's stag do, actually, so I can't miss that, unfortunately. I've got to be there. Well, not unfortunately, I want to be there, but I also want to be serving you guys as well. So I will greatly miss you when I'm away, and then I'll be in great pain. Yes! Don't go yes! It's not funny. I'll be in great pain when I come back and have 2 wisdom teeth pulled out, but I'd rather have it done than have a problem caused there from it. Oh goodness, yes. We've got all kinds of comments on wisdom teeth removal in the chat right now, so I think I'm going to ignore that comment about woke with my head and hands covered in blood. Yeah, okay. And no live stream tooth pulling. Absolutely not. Definitely not going to happen. Oh man, I'm holding my jaw now. Okay, right, now is a good time before we get back to the Mario stuff and do what I was doing. Now I think is the best time to go over and show you the Music Radio Creative community. If you don't already know about it, community.musicradiocreative.com. That's community.musicradiocreative.com, and I'll post that in the live chat. And there we go. So over here, one of my favorite categories in this whole community, and basically it's a free thing. You join up, you can introduce yourself and meet with your peers from radio, from voiceover, from podcasting, from DJing, audio producers, fellow plugin lovers and things like that. But my favorite category in the Music Radio Creative community is definitely becoming the Share Your Projects category. And this category is just blowing up with your stuff that you're posting, and I did promise to go through a few of these, including first and foremost right here is David Hunter Scott, and he said he decided to make a contribution to the community using the MRC.FM audio stems that I posted inside the community. Take a listen to the effect. I hope you enjoy. Maybe a little handy as well. So let's have a listen to what David created in the community. Here it comes. Rather cool, and yeah, David was really excited about that. Posted a huge post about the techniques he used to create that sound effect, and I did promise to play it on my show. So there you go, David. Really good stuff that you did with one of our acapellas there. David Silk has been really, really busy, and I have promised to look further into this and wrap my head around it. This is a fantastic multi-pitch mixer template for Adobe Audition. And I'll just expand one of the screenshots here. Look at how complex David's multi-track template sessions are for Adobe Audition. So I can't wait to figure out how that all works and maybe even give it a try live on the show as well. So definitely check out. David's not only posted that, but lots of other cool stuff inside the community that's definitely worth checking out. I think that covers pretty much most things that have been posted recently that I can certainly play here on the show. But of course, there's loads of stuff. Recent conversations include, are there any musicians in the community? It turns out there are. How do you work with acapellas, people introducing themselves, compressions on microphones for internet radio, a deal on Waves Abbey Road plugins, if you're into that kind of stuff, sidechaining on more than one slot in Audition using Melodyne with Adobe Audition, David's custom workspaces that he's been kind enough to share with us as well. So loads of cool audio kind of stuff happening in there, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, I'm going to get back to what I was doing over here in Adobe Audition. And yes, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to master this audio here. So special mastering. So without mastering, let's switch it off. We got that. And that, and then I always like to start with subtle clarity. I find it's a really good one, and I can just hone in on that and show you what I'm doing and what I'm moving to listen to how the effect works. First of all, enable it, and then let's have a listen. Okay, and we'll have another listen. We'll turn up the loudness maximizer, see how that will, if we go, oh, here we are, down in the preview, you'll see how it fattens up the waveform. Makes it really loud. And the exciter, of course, treble distortion. Really cool. And if we got some phasing on it, we can make it 100% wide, really nice and stereo. And of course, it's got its own native reverb effect as well inside the mastering, so we can have a play with that. And again, if you want to change any of the frequencies or take out any frequencies, you can do that too over here. High shelf enable, low shelf enable, so you can do really cool advanced stuff here. Adding on trebles and bits like that. So really, really cool stuff. And I really like the fact there's a possibility to do so much with Adobe Audition. There is also, and I've mentioned it before on the video game show, but pulseboy.com is a fantastic resource that I really think you ought to look into if you're up for creating Mario-style sound effects. And again, we can do something. Oh, I haven't done the when something comes out of a block in Mario. That's the chords there. When you kind of hit a question mark block and then you happen to get into something. Sorry, I'll just bring my screen out so you can see me again. So you know when Mario bashes a question mark and you get like a mushroom or something appearing, it's usually those notes there. And I could do something like that. So let's have a look. What have we got? We have got. So Pulseboy is basically a flash-based 8-bit sound generator online, and I believe you can save out your stuff as WAV and take it into Audition if you want. So let's just start the record here, and we'll go G sharp, A sharp, B, and then we need a stop note at the end, and that's just the first bit. Actually, I might want to speed that up by a significant amount. Change the BPM to 120 on here. See, it's got so many options for a little flash app. It's pretty amazing. Maybe a bit too fast. Let's shoot for 100 instead. Sometimes it does require a bit. Oh, hang on. Stop. And then, yeah. Oh, 100. Nice. That'll do. And then again, over here, we can go in and let's see if we can record in another thing here. So essentially these work as multi-track channels but going down instead of across like you're used to in Audition. So again, play those notes again and a stop note. It's important, I discovered, to put a stop note in, otherwise the last note just goes on forever. It just sustains forever. So now let's stop the record. It's a bit buggy today, but let's try. There we go. Stop the record. There we go. So now we've got that nice chord, and you can change the sound of these as well. So if I were to change this, for instance, you can hear how it's changing the shape of the whatever wave is generated. Let's do that again. You see, and you can create really whatever sound it is, or signature sound that you're looking for when creating such sounds. So perfect, really, really cool. It's a nice 8-bit kind of Game Boy sound. Let's try the WAV key here. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Into my downloads folder, we're going to call this, what's it called? It's called like item block, I guess. Item, let's do it all one word, item block. And then again, as you see, I can go into my downloads here, item block, drag it in, get rid of that effect first, and then it will allow me to. Item block, boom, and there you go. And if you actually look, really, hang on, let's normalize this. What Pulse Boy is doing is not really doing much more than Adobe Audition can do. It's generating kind of sine waves, or this is very interesting because it's kind of across there. Let's zoom right in on that wave. It's across, and I think that's because we mixed two different waves between a square and a sine wave kind of melded together, which looks really nice. That's rather loud now, isn't it? But so that's grabbing the block and bits like that. So that's all possible inside Pulse Boy, and I really think Pulse Boy is fantastic. If you've never had a play with Pulse Boy before, then pulseboy.com is where you need to go, and you can create stuff that sounds like this. I mean, really, really epic stuff. And just to give credit to the designer of Pulse Boy, the programming is by Roger Hicks, the artwork and animation by Matt White, and their credits clearly state that anything created with Pulse Boy is under the Creative Commons Attribution License, which can be copied, distributed, sold commercially, displayed and performed. They only ask that you credit them and or Pulse Boy, although it's not absolutely necessary. Therefore, you can use Pulse Boy in your games or anything else you like. So yeah, Pulse Boy is a really good thing. I really like it. And before we get into the next segment, where I'm going to look at another online tool and also hop over, hopefully, into Logic Pro, I would like to, at this wonderful juncture, as we're coming up to around 44 minutes into the show, be nice to see what more you've been saying in the live comments. And it's always nice to see that people are tuning in, whether it be on Twitch or on YouTube or on Facebook Live or wherever it is. William saying, I'm still using Cubase. Is Adobe better? Well, I think it's a point of preference, really. It really depends what DAW you find to work best for you. So personally, for me, I've used Adobe Audition since Cool Edit Pro, but I think Cubase, I've heard good things about Cubase. So whatever you're comfortable with, I love Audition. I think it is absolutely fantastic. What else have we got? Oh my goodness, more people talking about wisdom teeth. I really don't need this about wisdom teeth. Amazing stuff. Julcum Darcy, I think that is my comment visible? Yes, it's very visible. There it is. There's your comment. And thank you for commenting. We're using the wonderful lower third generator for these questions, created by Ule, who is a member of the Music Radio Creative community, created this bit of code especially to use on the live stream for MRC Live. But the best thing is the code is open source. So if you want your own funky lower thirds like this one on your live stream, just go to mrc.fm/YouTube questions to grab the source code. Right, what else have we got in here? Mr. Mega Radio UK, is it okay to post a radio demo in the community? Absolutely it is. Community.musicradiocreative.com is the place to go. And I'm pleased to say, if you go there, people have been asking for this, but yet it hasn't been used much yet. People in the community were asking for a place to post your show reels or your demo tapes or bits like that to get creative feedback and comments on. So under Share Your Projects, I created a Your Show Reels category, but there's only one post in there at the moment because it's quite new, and that's just me on the air 10 years ago on a radio station in Slough. So yeah, go and check it out and post your own show reel. Would be nice to get more people contributing and posting their on-air demos, their radio imaging demos, whatever it is you got, your music demo. Just post it in there so we can all comment. So yes, Mr. Mega Radio UK, do go ahead and do that. To answer you there, William, asking what you think about Cubase, Bojan there says, I love my Cubase. So as you can see, everyone has a different opinion on what's good and what they like to use and what they're mostly, I would say, comfortable using as well. That's a very important thing to bear in mind. We've got Gameplay Magic as well saying, hey Mike, nice to see you in the live chat. It's wonderful to see you in the live chat. And yeah, loads of other great comments coming in as well. You've been really kind with your comments. Casino Duckling over on Twitch. Twitch, represent. Hype. Yes, that's right. We need to build up the Twitch audience. So if anybody has any ideas on how to get a bigger Twitch audience, then do share them with me, as that's a place that we've just had going for about a month or so, but it'd be nice to build up some more viewers over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/musicradiocreative. Right, I think I will go over to Logic for a bit, and then after that I will hop back and show you one more online tool. So here, obviously I've been using the Yamaha Grand Piano, which is rather nice, but we can change it so that we can use any synth. This obviously uses the EXS24 synth to play those Yamaha samples. But I'm quite a fan of the ES2 synthesizer as well. Let's have a listen to that ES2. And yeah, that's cool. And obviously, I can change the shape of the wave here with these dials. So that's changing the shape of the wave. Change the sine level. Intensity. And you've got chorus, flanger, or phaser. Phaser's kind of spacey. Flanger's more kind of immediate. Chorus is nice, and the speed as well. So the speed, that kind of modulation speed going on there. So again, we can do that uncovering a nice item from the box. Like that, and if I want, I can just record it in like this. Here it is, so let's go. Like that, and then if I didn't play those notes quite correctly, I can then go in and make edits as I would like to those notes, so they kind of fit exactly where I want them to be, and I can even move them along on the wonderful Logic template here until I get something that I'm happy with. So let's just pull those all over like that. It's nice to have a little bit of swing to sound natural, but let's have a listen. So yeah, a little bit of tidying up required there, but you can quite easily inside Logic make all of these sound effects once you know the notes, and I have written down the notes, such as the coin pickup. And of course you can go in and change the settings on your synth, or even here on the tape delay you can make some changes here. So I could turn this right up. Let's turn this right up to full, and we'll get something like that. Compressor, EQ, so plenty we can be doing there. But I think obviously you can go and play more. Actually, one of my favorite sounds here in Logic is, let's find it, for games such as Mario. I think I need to create a new software instrument here and have a look at game. Let's just take out Alchemy and go to ES2. Or maybe it was a different synth, now that I think about it. Where is it? Oh, I can't find it now. Huh. It's disappeared from where I wanted to show you a little effect that I found earlier. Maybe it was in the retro synth. Let's have a look. Gamer. That wasn't it. There was a preset called Game Over that was quite nice. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? For that 8-bit gamer, and this is using the retro synth, and it's let's see how it's set up. So it's set in the analog view, and as you can see, a very quick decay there on the note. So we could do like that. Obviously the 1-up. We can do the coins, which are like that. We can do the death. That's the death in Mario, and obviously finding something nice inside a block, which is cool. And the pause, which is very nice indeed. And we've already done the 1-up, haven't we? Oh yes, and of course getting to the flagpole and completing a level. Just goes basically all the way up from top to bottom on your keyboard. So there are a few things. Now I think in the last few minutes I will focus on one final thing for creating those Mario jump sounds and all of that, and maybe I'll shout out the rest of your comments as well. If you'd like to post anything in the comments, I will be reading those comments out just before we finish here before 3, and I feel privileged that the internet has not died on this particular live stream, because one thing I did realize, when the internet dies, even when it comes back up, OBS Studio seems to struggle with reconnecting to the RTMP server and dishing everything out again. So yeah, just something to bear in mind there. But yeah, so far we've done pretty well, touch wood. BFXR is another thing that I have looked into before in the video game session I did. Download it for Mac, and it's just a little app that you can run. Very lightweight as well, just 22 megabytes to download. And again, if we go to the credits, this is fantastic. Let's have a look. Dr. Petter, Tom Vian, and a ton of other people are behind this project. Yeah, and they also give some great links. Obviously, Audacity is free and open source audio editor. Hi-C PX Tone, not heard of those. Sound effects generator, interesting. I nicked a couple of things from this, says the creator. That's very honest. Let's have a look at that. And freesound.org, we all know that. It's an amazing resource for grabbing your sounds. Let's have a look. Ooh. That looks quite nice. Unfortunately, for me, it's a Windows app. But yeah, anyway, down to the point here, BFXR. You can run it once you've downloaded it. Open it from the web. Oh, amazing. You can Pib has followed. And it's nice to see a good amount of people watching on Twitch. Don't be shy there on Twitch. Do introduce yourself in the Twitch comments. I can see your comments if you post them on Twitch. And I can see there's a few of you watching right now. So it's always lovely to have Twitch viewers on the stream here, and I guess it makes sense really, because this is a kind of gamer thing, and Twitch is a big gamers platform. Let's zoom in on BFXR for a second. So you can do stuff like this in BFXR. Let me just move that into your view here. Pick up coin, jumps, things like that. Whoa. And this again is just using synth, sine waves, bits like that. And every time I hit the key, it's just generating random sounds. You can, of course, if you find one you're really happy with, that sounds a bit like a Mario jump, you can use it, or you can change these sliders to get your own stuff. So what it's doing here is it's got a synth creating a square wave. The attack and sustain time are set there. Turn the punch up. See? And you get a preview immediately as you change these things. We've got... some of these will make a difference, like this one does. The harmonics fall off. Pitch jump. What else can we have a look at? Flanger offset. Flanger sweep, repeat speed, stuff like that. And just keep playing until you get something you like. And then over in Mixer, again, you can do various things. You can do mixing. So that was one jump I've got there. There's another pickup coin, so we can kind of mix stuff all together there, which sounds really good. So So mixing together in BFXR. And then, of course, we could just record what we hear over into Adobe Audition. BFXR, by the way, is available, I believe, at bfxr.net, if I'm not mistaken, bfxr.net. But there's some really, really cool stuff that you can do. So anything you want is available in BFXR. Oh, look, and you don't even have to record what you hear because you can export a WAV, export all WAVs that you've created. You can load and save stuff, copy and paste. So much you can do. And of course, do check out the credits here. Do support the creators of this. It's fantastic free software. And yes, as you can see, available at www.bfxr.net. That's www.bfxr.net to go ahead and grab it for yourself and start creating your own crazy Mario sound effects. Just to recap before I get into a few comments to end off the show, we started off in Adobe Audition. Well, actually, no, we started off with something like this, me attempting. Nearly got it, the Mario theme tune on the keyboard there. Then we went into Adobe Audition and we learned all about generating different waves using the effects and generate functions here. Interestingly enough, I made you aware of a Wikipedia article called Piano Key Frequencies. If you thought that Adobe Audition wasn't musical, think again. All you need to know is the frequencies of the notes you want to play. And then I went ahead and put that into practice by creating, let's see, Mario Mixdown, these sound effects using just the Generate Tones feature and a few different frequencies. That's the coin pickup, and this is the one-up sound. Added a bit of reverb and other effects to it as well. We also discovered that it's a rather good idea to go ahead and use Pulseboy as well. A great piece of web software that's free, pulseboy.com. BFXR.net is also really good. Hopped over into Logic, looked at a few of the synths inside Logic Pro, and of course featured you on the show as always. So thank you so much for watching live. Let's give a few more shout outs. Thank you to David Silk, by the way, not only for contributing and being a great contributor to the community, but also for posting some links there for you as well to check out, like the YouTube question source code. If you want your very own lower thirds like these, go to mrc.fm/YouTube questions. That's the place to grab the source code there. We've got Pups Dups YT saying hello on YouTube. Salman Raja is in as well. Paul Anthony, who's brand new to the show, by the way, today. It's nice to see you there. Says Fruity Loop Studio is cool too. FL Studio is cool too. What else have we got here? We have got... oh, Salman is actually asking a question. Which Adobe Audition version is good for removing vocals 100% from a song? I want only instrumental. It's possible, but not possible with every track. Some tracks you're going to find, depends what the stereo placement of things are. So if you've got instruments all over the place, like stereo panned, and you've got the vocals dead in the center, then it's easy to do that using central channel elimination. And I have done a couple of tutorials on my channel about that before. I believe over at community.musicradiocreative.com, somebody is requesting a full show on the tech and how that all works. So it may well be something, Salman, I cover in the future. But as David says, the latest one, of course, is the best way to go when you're looking into that. What else have we got here? Anything else? I don't have enough internet. I just download software like Audacity. Oh, well, don't worry about that. Audacity is a good place to start. It's been fantastic to be with you today. Really enjoyed the show as always. Love talking to you. And remember to keep the conversation going. Always keep the conversation going over at community.musicradiocreative.com. I am super grateful for your donations to the show today. That's really going to help to get some 4G support should the internet drop out again for us. So we can always be live streaming for the full hour. But yeah, do go over to community.musicradiocreative.com. I will chat to you there, and I'll also be back tomorrow from 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. UK time.